Hey there, everyone. Welcome to a Sunday night episode of Bobby Legs Loves Watches live stream. Typically, Clayton and I have been doing the watch soup because of our schedules the last month or so. It's been hard. He's been taking some time off. I will be taking some time off in the next couple weeks. So, yeah, live stream today. Hopefully, a watch soup next Sunday, and then some time off after that, and then getting it kicked back into gear at the end of June into July. Good to see you guys here on the chat. I've been wearing the GP my Seahawk. I've been wearing this watch a whole lot lately. I love Gerard Perregaux as a brand. It's one of my favorite brands. I know it's definitely way under the radar for a whole lot of people. A lot of the civilians out there don't really know about it. You as collectors, you guys definitely know the brand. You definitely heard of it. Some of their models or one in particular, right? The Laureato has been very, very popular ish for them, right? The last couple of years, and I had a it was hyped for a millisecond about a year or two ago, right? With the guy from Timepiece Gentleman, and then that Laureato became like a hot watch for a couple weeks, right? And then it came back down to earth, of course. Man, I've been thinking about GP a lot lately. I do love my German watches, but I do have other interests in the watch hobby. And I think that's a great thing about the watch hobby, right? We can all have different interests at the same time, right? German watches, Gerard Perregaux, Japanese watches. Brand focusing on brands and that kind of stuff. So I think in the midterm and the midterm goals, right? So like 3 to 5 year goals. I definitely want to add a Richeville to the collection, which is a discontinued model, and maybe a Laureato. Probably something a little um, not. I mean, I love the blue dial. Don't get me wrong, the blue dial Laureato, but I'm thinking more of like from the Evo line. Laureatos that I don't believe they make those currently anymore. But there's some really really interesting ones there, and I just yeah I just like the brand. Anyway, let's say hello to chat. I just want to share something that happened this weekend, and I tease it a little bit with the title of the video. But let's say hello to everybody. Abdul is here. How you doing? Good to see you. Rick is here. Good to see you. My friend Bill K is here. Maison, good evening, watch folks. Moser Heritage, Funky Blue Fume on the wrist. Love it. Love the Moser, little sub Moser collection you have, Maison. I've been wearing it all weekend, discovering that the short side of the deployment class opens up to making it less of a squeeze to put it on. Very nice. Um, Rick is wearing his Planet Ocean Titanium. Very nice watch. Hey, Ken Spear, checking in from Pittsburgh. Wayben, good to see you, Wayben. Good to see you. Caliber, hello. How are you, my friend? Taking the night off from the Sayosa honeymoon. Wearing the OP today. Yeah, Ken, I've had a couple of those Sayosas one recently in for review. They're great little watches. Great little watches. Very inexpensive, guilty pleasure kind of type, right? They look good. They're very, very affordable. You could pick one up rather easily, and then you could get rid of it too if you choose to, rather easily. Caliber saying that he wore a vintage GP this morning. Oh yeah, I saw the picture. I saw the picture. Marceau, hey bud, good to see you. Following Marceau on Instagram, there was a picture of him diving that he recently posted that somebody took of him. It was awesome. Um, Bill K, I have a Jean Richard 1681 series with GP. That's two of them. Yeah, two of them. Yeah, I like the quirkiness of Jean Richard. Um, they had like that big arrow hand for the hour, um, and almost like a lot of their shapes are more of almost like a TV case square shape. It's not like yeah, very very interesting. I've flirted with get picking up a Jean Richard just because, of the GP movements. You got to make sure, right? Of course, that they have the particular model has the GP movement in there. I think that's kind of like a neat little nuance if you're going to go with a Gerard Perregaux collection to add a Jean Richard with a GP movement on it. I believe there's other brands throughout the years who've added GP movements to their watches, and that'd be interesting, right? I mean, and we're talking like some high end brands who've done it before. It escapes me, but I mean, this is something that you could do some research on and figure that out. But wouldn't that be an interesting um, deviation to a GP collection? Is picking up some of these watch brands, some of these brands who've used GP movements in some of their models, right? 3 to 5 year goal is Santos. Hey, let's start get this going. What is your 3 to 5 year goal? We can have a little side conversation of that going on. Santos, very, very excellent choice. Ken, a great watch. I'm sure there's a lot of people on this chat who probably have had a Santos in a collection or who currently do, and sing the praises. Not too many people, not too many watch guys that I know say a bad thing about the Santos. They all seem to love it. They all seem to love it. Yeah, I mean, with the polished bezel, it could get nicked up pretty easily, and that might bother some people. But then there's different variations, right, of the Santos, the DLC coded versions of it. Maybe to mitigate some of that um, bezel, you know, scratching. Hey, well, look. All right, we got Amin on.
Heavy
What's up,
legs.
buddy? How you
How are you?
doing?
Long time.
Yeah, long time. Good to see you. I
Good to be here.
had a complaint last stream.
Hmm.
Somebody said, "Man, I wish I missed Bobby's friends that
Mm,
came on the stream, like, because I was doing it solo."
yeah,
And hey, try to make people happy,
you always do great, but good to be here.
Thanks.
Yeah,
What is before we continue, what is it? What do you have on wrist today?
I wore the Brigade Classique today, the enamel dial one.
Very
I
nice.
just took it off upstairs before I came down. So
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
yeah,
Hey, I'm going through the chat and saying hello to some people here.
yeah,
Yeah, there could be some great deals on Girard on GPs. There was one, and I shared this with I think Amin last night. I shared it with you via message. There was a Richeville that was on auction on eBay, and you know, um, the reserve wasn't met today, right? So like,
again, it did it
yeah,
again,
yeah.
right?
So
Yeah.
this is the third time, and the guy relisted it. I mean, like it's a buy it
Mm,
now 2880, which is for that particular model is really really good. The problem is, and I probably should reach out to him. There's a line in the description about it being customized,
I see.
and so that's why like I didn't go, but I should find out like what was customized
Yeah,
because if it was, I mean, it looks everything else about it looks legit through the pictures and whatnot. But that's always kind of like a little bit of a
yeah,
turn off, right?
totally.
Um, so maybe that's probably why he's struggling to even meet the reserve that he or she has put on. Brownie's here. Good evening, all. We're in the Omega 300M.
I think also, the market's soft, not just for GP, but in general.
Yeah,
And if somebody's totally willing to be patient, that he might just have a number in mind, and
yeah,
because
yeah.
I don't think it costs you anything to just let it, keep on listing something on eBay, right?
It
If it
doesn't.
doesn't sell, yeah.
It
So,
doesn't. I don't think.
yeah, so
Yeah.
he might just do this until he
Hmm.
gets what he wants for it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
JCB saying GP Reachville, great rabbit hole. Marceau, I just got back from the gym wearing my Citizen Super Titanium Armor Chrono.
nice.
All right. Very nice. Um, Wade Ben said, I just ordered a Mr. Jones watch. All right. So, you and Joe Chang, I think Joe Chang
Those are cool
has a Mr.
watches.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
are.
know that I got a sale right now. Will this be my first Bobby Legs live purchase? Let's see.
Well, yeah. Bring it up well, I'll go through the chat right now and see. Currently wearing a Santos, Scott is highly recommended. So Rick is a Santos fan. Yep. Um, Also, way band Santos in the future. Ashley saying 3 to 5 year goal. Moser Streamliner, small seconds with a blue enamel dial. Very nice. Very
Very
nice.
nice.
Dib is here.
Summer sale, 50% off.
Yeah, you got it
Ooh-wee.
on. Should I put it? Should I?
Oh, I was doing it on my phone, but I can do that.
Yeah,
You want me to pull it up?
sure. Yeah.
All
Let's
right,
see what.
I'll do that.
I'll keep going through the chat
Yep,
until
yep,
you
yep.
do.
Okay.
Um, Dib needs a Rolex, or I need a Rolex. Who needs a Rolex, Dib?
Bib
Um,
needs a Rolex.
Dib needs a Rolex.
Yeah.
Bill K saying great to see Amin. Maybe he'll have a special promo on Amin sell straps.
For all these years, Dib's been saying he needs a Rolex. I mean, one of these days he's going to get his first Rolex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next two watches the next 1 to 2 years. The Glasuta original CQ for Maison, Aquaterra Worldheimer, but haven't decided which one comes first. Hey, Justin strapped in. KR Joy is here. Sale ended midnight UK time, Amin.
It's still live for me.
Oh, okay. That works.
Summer sale,
Okay.
275 down to 175. You know?
Yeah, yeah. These are fun little watches, right?
Yep. Perfectly useless morning. They're cool watches. I like this. I like the lugs too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I gotta look here. Remember you will die. That's I remember that one. That's useful.
That is useful.
The Ascendant. What is this? This looks pretty cool. This costs more.
Ooh. Can you blow up that picture? Can you click on it and
Yep.
see? I mean, I just want to.
Yeah. This is pretty cool.
So, how do you read the time on that one? Am I missing? Oh, is that a 7 up there? Is that like
There
a
is a
jump out?
7 there.
Okay.
I'm wondering if the moon tells you something. I don't know. Let's see.
Hmm.
Let's see what this. Um,
Waving got the ascendant.
oh, is that what he got? Is he
And
explaining it?
Div says don't buy this.
On the face, a mountain shimmers on the horizon, appearing near enough to touch and possibly beyond our grasp. To look forward, explore, mechanical. How to read the time. You find the hours in the tree, so it's a jump hour. I
Yeah.
remember that now. They got jump hours. The minutes are represented by a group of stars as follows. So a small gold star 5 minutes, large gold star 10 minutes, silver
Okay.
star 30 minutes. The moon is 0 past. So let's look at this. Oh, I guess this thing must be moving, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to count how many of these have gone by.
Yeah. Jump. Waving saying jump hour, stars on the right, show the 5 minute increments.
So this moon over here means it's 0 past, right? And then the jump hour is here. So it's I got it. So you look over here. It's 8 something
Yeah.
over here. Yeah. You're not supposed to give a
Yeah.
F
Yeah. Yeah.
F
Yeah.
what the time is on this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott's saying he kind of wants a Roger Dubuis sympathy next. I got a chance to see one in person when a bunch of us went to Watchbox several years ago. I believe it had like retrograde days and I think it was it might have been like a count like some sort of calendar. I forget which one, but it all in retrograde.
They got a
I think
bird. They got a bird.
they
Probably
have a
nice.
bird. They have a bird. Jeffrey is ready to go with his GW 200 Frogman on wrist. Rob, Mountain Center Time. Hey guys, how you doing? Rob, go. Yeah. Oh. Watch. Dip saying, "Ooh, jump hour is fancy. Only buy this if you can be regrifted to Wolfgang." Ooh. I've noticed that Dib's been a little sour.
Yeah.
A little sour lately.
Yeah.
Not too late yet, Rob. I haven't started talking about it. Yeah, yeah. Dib has been a little ornery, and but hey, that's I think I kind of like that side of him
Yeah.
when he gives people a hard time with watches. Okay, hey, look, I'm gonna share I have a little story this weekend. So like
Yeah.
so the last couple of weekends, I've been employing a strategy um, with eBay, right? As you guys know, a lot of you guys know who shop on eBay. Sometimes you can put offers on some of these watches, right? And um, and you're allowed to make multiple offers. Sometimes the seller has it set so it automatically rejects under a certain amount, or you have to wait like 24 hours for them to come back to you and give you a counter if or they accept, right? So I nothing happened last weekend, right? I lowballed everything, right? I was one of those guys. Look, I've sold watches on eBay. Same things happen to me. It's just part of the experience with eBay when you're selling that people, if you allow them to make an offer, everybody's gonna lowball.
Also, you
And
can set a limit where you don't it automatically
and
rejects
we
and
can
you don't need
decline.
to hear
Yeah,
about it. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
never feel bad giving somebody low because if they don't want to be bothered with low offers, they can just
yeah,
put
yeah.
that setting on, right?
Absolutely, you're
Yeah.
absolutely correct, and that's why, like I feel like, hey, you know what? Let me just do it. Plus, also, in the calculus is the fact that you do have to pay taxes, right? There's no
Mhm.
way to get around
Mhm,
that.
mhm.
And sometimes shipping, I usually always offer free shipping, but sometimes sellers don't offer free shipping. So that's
Mhm.
part of the calculus too, right? And especially if it's coming from a different country, then you have to think about like, some fees that you have to pay for custom and whatnot. Anyway, all that
Yeah.
sort. So that's part of like the calculus for my low ball, and there were some watches that last week, like a refill. There was a GP refill. There was maybe a Frank Muller. There's a couple, whatever, a couple watches that I'm really really interested in, really would like to get, but don't want to pay a lot of money for, and I don't think I should.
Yep. Yep.
So nothing happened last weekend. This weekend, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna employ the same strategy, right? And there was a couple of watches that were out there that I felt like there's no way they're going to accept it, right?
Mhm.
And until like it actually happened, right? It actually happened. I had one that was accepted. Let's do a little presentation here.
By the way,
See, yeah,
you have had, no way they're gonna accept it offers accepted before. Like your low balls, like your low balls are still like you don't you keep them reasonable. And I've seen you have them accepted. I've seen you use this there's no way they're gonna accept a technique before and have it accepted.
yeah. So there's low balls and then there's low balls.
Yeah.
So definitely some watches that I've done the lowball thing, and
Yeah.
there's no way. It's
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous low.
Yeah.
And then there's some that is a reasonable lowball.
You've been surprised they accepted at least 1 or 2 times before this.
I think so. I
I
think so. And
remember it.
I'm trying
I
to
can't remember
remember.
what it was.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the, these Citizen watches, I can't remember.
Yeah. So there was one, the original The Citizen watch that I bought. What happened was, they did. There was no offer button. It was
Okay,
just buy.
okay.
And the listing was running out. I knew they were going to relist it, but
Mm,
the listing was running out. Maybe it was like a 30-day relist,
mm,
and I messaged him directly. I
mm,
messaged him directly, and what the weird part about that story was, I messaged them directly. They rejected my message, but then they sent me an automatic offer,
mm.
and then I had a 10% coupon. So like
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah.
was really really low. Like
I gotcha.
I mean I thought I got a really good deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so but this is what happened with this one. So this is a watch. It was listed for 2149. It's a brand that I'm interested in. It's a particular model that I felt like would be a good addition to my collection. Um, I again, I feel like I was gonna add this watch at some point.
Yep.
Maybe wasn't ready for it now, but I figured give it a shot. Anyway, headless for 2149. I started watching it, and then at one point a week or so ago, they sent me an offer for like 1995, and I was like, "There's no way." I know I've seen this watch like on Watch You Seek. I've seen it as low as like 1,200, $1,300, right? So
Yeah.
like that wasn't going to cut it. You could make an offer off that offer, but I just didn't. I was like, I'm going to sit and wait. The listing ran out. They relisted it at 2149, and then it's been up there for like a week or so or 2 weeks. And this weekend I was like, you know what? I'm just going to throw out $1,400. I was going to originally throw out $1,500,
Yep.
and I was like, you know what? I'm going to throw out $1,400. If they take it, which I doubt, then I'll be really really happy with the result. Um, if they come back and they do a counter, great, but I'm not holding my breath for anything. Anyway,
Hmm. Hmm.
put out $1,400 and and they accept it, right?
Yep.
And so exciting yet scary because
Mm.
like it's like really they accepted, but
Good
um,
seller though, right?
good
Feedback,
good
good seller.
good sell good seller, good feedback. I think they just probably maybe threw out a price out there. Um, um,
Authentication, eBay
authentic,
authentication? Oh,
even though it's under even
oh,
though it's
so
under
you're all
2,000
set.
now.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
good.
even though it's under 2,000 now, I
Yep.
guess because it was originally listed for over 2,000,
Yeah.
it's going to go authenticated first.
Nice.
So like I'll give you guys like a minute or two to figure out like what could it be based on the price, based on my interests. Um,
And based on the pixelated picture before you, which
based,
contains a hint.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep going. There's several more pictures, so it's gonna be
Okay.
less pixelated.
Okay.
But hey, Joey B's here. Thanks, buddy. Good to see you. Sweet Minecraft watch.
If you saw the thumbnail for the video, that I think gives
Yeah,
it away, so don't
that
say
totally
it.
gives it away.
Don't
That
say
totally
it.
gives it
Don't
away.
say it. Don't say it.
Um,
Only say it if you can figure it out from what you've got here.
Pixelated watches does keep the watch romance alive. So much for $1,400 in Bitcoin. But okay, so Ashley, um, this is a budget neutral purchase. This is the
Mm,
old Amin special. So I have a couple of Seikos that I'm going to be selling, and hopefully I'll get either very close or it will be budget neutral for it. So this is not I'm not laying out new money per se. I'm just paying it off with a couple of Seikos that I can always get again
yep.
if I want to get them. Right?
Doesn't count. Yep.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
State doesn't count.
Yeah.
Oh, Chaz. Thanks heavens I made it before the real. Okay, Chaz. All right. Okay. So getting a little clearer there with the pixelation. Beer goggles watch. Right. Did you say if it was new? Okay. So Bill, it was used. Um, it is almost 2 years old. Um, but the condition is great. I mean, I don't know if the person. It looked like the person like never wore the watch. Um, based on the photos, intense scrutiny of the photos that I was able to do. So getting a little bit because I think everybody knows what it is. You know what I mean? I have a feeling it's everybody knows what it is anyway. So now this may give you a better hint
Yep.
of what the watch is. Anyway, so nobody's throwing out a gander out there because I just feel like everybody knows what it is already. Anyway, so okay, that's fine. Boom. Okay, so I did get a hand heart. There it is. Uh,
You've been
there it
talking
is.
about this watch for
Yeah.
so 2 watch times ago, I think we you went to the Hanhart booth, not the past
Hmm.
watch time, but the one before, and this was the watch you looked at there, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's a classic hand heart. I yeah, I love it. And I was gonna add if so eventually gonna add a hand art. It's a German watch. Add it to German watch collection. And for me, this is the hand heart that you add. Now there's other great hand hearts out there, no doubt. But for me, this is the one. Unfortunately, it's not gonna come in the bund.
Mm,
But it has like a regular hand heart strap. that it's coming with.
Mm,
But I'll order it. I'll order the bunch strap for it because I just like the way it looks,
mm.
for sure.
Will this be
So
this will be your second bun strap watch? No, don't
well,
you like
well,
bun strap?
the Damasco, I put it. I had a bun strap
Okay,
that
okay,
was given to me,
yep,
and so it's a generic bun strap, right?
okay,
And so I just put it. I almost ran like a test, right? I mean,
yeah,
I'm like, could I do it? Can I be a bun strap guy?
yeah,
And I could totally be a bun strap guy.
yep, yep.
So excited about that. Um,
Alter.
that's a relief. It's not coming from with a bun strap. I don't know. People punch straps get a bad rep, and I think they often look. They more often don't look good than they do look than 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 they
Is it
do
a
look good.
German thing, bun strap?
I don't know. I think it's a pilot watch thing.
Okay,
Yeah, but
this is a great watch. Yeah, I like it a lot.
thanks Symphony, appreciate it. Thanks Underachieving Watch Collector, J Thor, appreciate it. Um, love Chaz is a fan of the Hanhart as well. Bill K, I read that bun cake. Okay. All right. Fair
It's
enough.
very divisive bun
Yeah.
straps, right? Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Sure. Send it to Joe and have him paint the Chrono Start button red. It's a possibility. Hey, look, I mean, the question when it came down to the 417 was which 417 I go with, right?
Mm,
There's a couple of variations that they have out there. They have now ones that have a column wheel chrono and a flyback, which is very, very cool,
mm,
especially if you can get that. You can get that like around $2,700.
mm,
A 47 ES 417 that version, but well, this one was a whole lot cheaper because I got it for the price that I got it.
mhm,
But
mhm.
this is like close to the original
Yeah,
um, as you can get, and I'm good with that for
yeah,
sure. Um, button strap looks good. See, I don't know if he means that or not.
yeah, you can never tell with
He
that.
he's got me so turned around lately.
Yep,
Like I don't know if he's like trolling me or if he actually really means
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I thought the bun strap was originally made for biker gangs who were into watches. Maybe, maybe. Um, Justin, thanks, Justin. Appreciate it. Um, thank you, Maison. Uh, bun straps, leather handcuffs, all play around here. All right. James Bond 007. Okay. They look good with Mistress Elsa the room in the room. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, that's the big reveal. That's the new watch alert. So budget
Great,
neutral
great buy.
watch purchase,
Yeah,
and really really happy about how it worked out. You know. So
yeah.
now German watch collection going to be back up to 4 watches. Got the Nomos Club Campus 38. Got the Damasco DK 36. Got the vintage Zen 903 chrono, and now the Hanhart. So I think I got a pretty good, solid, affordable German watch collection there. And then hopefully, in the future, Geo Panel Reserve. And I don't know if Longo will ever be in the picture, but one can only hope. But then Geo, something. All these watches that I have, um, they're made in Germany, but there's parts of it or lots of it that are not made in Germany. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean?
Yeah,
Like the movements on these things, with
mhm.
the exception of the
Damasco.
Damasco,
Yep,
yeah, the movements are Swiss,
yeah,
right? So maybe the cases and some of these are made in Germany. Um, it's definitely assembled in Germany, but like I would love to get like a 100% German watch, and I think the Nomos is pretty close to it. The Damasco is pretty close to it, and Geo, if it's not like all of it, it's pretty close to it too.
oh,
So
yeah. Nomos and Damasco are basically, yeah, they're pretty
yeah,
close.
yeah. I mean, they're. I think Damasco boasts that like about like 99% of the watch
Yeah,
is made in and so there's Nomos like to like a high percentage of it.
yeah,
Those movements that they have are based on Swiss movements, but they've
yeah.
make all the parts and whatnot. So
That's
you
that's
know,
yeah. That to me meets the standard. You know.
do I see Amin's wrist without a watch?
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, Bill.
Yeah.
I took it off upstairs before I came down here. I,
Bobby Legs, all German, all the time. Congrats, thank you, appreciate it, Kara Joy. Just needs a perforated rally shaft. I have a perforated rally shaft on the Zin 903 Chrono, which I love. I love those rally shafts on those. Saxon Swiss collab is perfection. I don't know. I don't know if he's messing with me. I don't know. I don't.
he kind of flipped the switch on us, right? About 6 months ago, which
Yeah,
he did this started this whole trolling thing, and
yeah.
can't
'Cause
really take him seriously.
he would troll other people, and
Yeah,
then he started trolling us.
I think he lost his
Uh,
distinction, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, hey, Sam, what's going on? Sam from Sands of Time. Good to see you all the way from Australia. Yeah,
So
yeah.
now we just can't believe him about anything.
I, I'm having a hard time.
Yep.
I want to believe him about a lot of things,
Yeah.
but I'm having a hard time.
Having
I'm
a
having a
hard
hard
time.
time. Yeah. Hey, do you want to just check out see what's new?
Sure. Sure. New announcements, new watches?
Yeah, new
Yeah,
watches.
yeah. Let's do it.
Hey, Oris came out with a black on black
Mm.
Holstein edition 2024. Brought several people brought it to my attention. I think they wanted to get a rise out of me.
That's a cool
Um,
looking watch.
it's a cool looking watch. I have to
Yeah.
admit. I
Yeah.
mean, uh,
I like that one.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know how easy you can read the time, like in real life, right? I mean, I know these are renders,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's decent. It's decent. Look, I mean, I'll recognize when Oris does something.
You respect it.
I respect it. I respect it. I respect the release. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they have the goofy bear at the end of it.
Okay. Okay.
Because the whole scene. That's right. Don't they make teddy bears or something like that? Is that what
Oh,
it
I
is?
don't
Right.
know.
Yeah, I think they're famous for teddy bears or
So
some
this
shit.
is DLC, black steel, black DLC.
Yes, black
Yep.
DLC coating on the case bezel and crown.
Yep, black
Uh,
super luminova, so you know that lume's gonna suck.
yeah,
But
you're right.
that's it's a
But
cool
look,
watch. I
but
dig
dude,
it.
look at that though,
That's their
man.
in-house move. Well, it's their in-house. They charge you that price range for their
Mm,
5-day in-house movement. And they got a 10-year
I
warranty
guess.
on their
Yeah,
watches. And everything has gone up in price so much. So
yeah,
I hear you. It's a little hard to swallow, but
yeah.
I don't think it's crazy.
I'm agreeing with you guys. Swiss cheese with some German sausages, the best marriage. It's just the way you put it, Deb. You know what I mean? Like you go into like the alliteration of Swiss cheese with some German sausage. Like, you know what I mean? Like it just makes me feel like you're just making fun of us.
Like
Punish. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going for the Tudor black base ceramic for this kind of price and blacked out kind of
Yeah,
look. But
yeah,
but it's a different look. I mean, the Oris is all blacked out. It's a pretty cool look.
yeah.
I got to give it to him.
Hard pass can't even see nothing. Look, I'm not going to punish Amin for. I mean, there's been many times when I've come on. Well, no, usually I try to make sure I have a watch on, but
Yeah, I almost always like even if I have taken it off right before I come down here, I'll put something on. But
yeah,
today I was just like, ah, screw it.
yeah. Plus Amin hasn't been on, for a couple, and I kind of
Yeah,
want him to come back on. I don't know. Just to say, I would rather have a Seamaster Black, much cooler.
way
Yeah,
more
I think,
expensive.
yeah, way more expensive. But I mean, I'm with you. I would go Tudor. I would go with the Tudor at this price point, right?
Mm.
Not inclined to get a blackout watch unless it's really, really special. I agree with you, Maison. I agree with you. I like the idea of a blackout watch, um, but it's just it's so it's not something I want to wear all the time. You know, try to convince myself that that's what I wanted to do. I had a I think I had a black watch, a Seiko, and it was so cool. But then it was just like, oh man, it's just too much. Um, Oris retail pricing seems 35% high to me. Stephanie, I don't know. I mean, maybe you would. I mean, this is a limited edition. It's 250, but you probably are right with production models, right? The 35% off. You could probably get that as a discount, or maybe a little less. But okay. So yeah. So I'll give credit to where credit is due with Oris. If it doesn't suck, I'll just say it just doesn't suck. Um, Hey, what did you think about this? I don't know if I ever got your thoughts on the AP this this did I click on the wrong one? I thought I clicked on the right one. This one right here, the Brutalist.
Is this a new watch?
Well, I don't I think it's a re a re
Reedition?
yeah, I think
Ah,
this yeah. Um
launch. Let's see. Second chapter. It's reimagines a 1960s watch.
mhm.
Um,
You know what it kind of reminds me,
mm,
and it's only because I just didn't know that this existed before, but it
yeah.
kind of reminds me of a Menase.
I
Am I seeing
do
that
I
right?
do say that I see that, but I also like when I look at vintage watches on eBay, I definitely from the 60s and 70s, there's a bunch of watches this reminds me of.
Okay.
So they're kind of reimagining and upsizing one of their 60s watches.
Yeah.
Um, it's tough. I mean, I'm guessing this is an AP, so it probably costs a lot of money, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not I wouldn't be into it. I feel like it's, a little gimmicky to do it again now. I think that the original watches are pretty cool, but I'm not sure you can go back to that well,
Yeah.
right now, except for maybe as a inexpensive kinda you know what I mean? Kinda
Mhm.
like, something that's just gonna fill a small, you know, role in a
Yep.
collection. But
Yep.
here,
I
I
hear
mean,
it.
38,000, right?
Yeah. That
You gotta be, you have to have a massive watch collection, right?
Yep.
And a
Yep.
ton of money. I
Yep.
just can't see how else this fits into anybody's collection.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think you would have to be an AP guy or gal,
Very much
first of
so.
all.
Or
Very much
trying
so.
to be, trying to, like, be able to buy some
Mhm.
really hard to get AP stuff, and you just
Yeah.
kinda, like one
Yeah.
of
I
the
mean,
things you add.
because it's limited to 250 pieces, you automatically have to be an AP guy because I don't think they're going to give this to anybody
Oh god,
who
if
walks in
this
the
is
door.
hard to get, then I just freaking
I
give
I
up.
th-
This is
I
like
th- yeah, I mean,
they
I think this
really this is a
mhm,
watch they should struggle to sell 250 pieces of.
but they're going to sell all of them.
Yeah,
I guarantee you they're going to sell all
yeah,
of them.
yeah,
Feels like a pro prop.
yeah,
Hey Wilson, good to see you.
yeah,
Millennium Falcon vibes. Um, Justin did it. Future oligarch watch. Yeah, I bet you they sell every single one of these,
yeah.
and it's only going to be for AP customers, like
It's
who
like
spend big
cheap
bucks.
looking. Um, yeah, I don't really get it. I mean, I'm not again, I think that for the time when this originally was made, it was a
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
cool chapter in design,
Yeah,
right? Back then. But I don't know that you can redo this.
I mean, like if this is the new one, I
Mm,
mean, like the finishing is not. I mean, like this, it's a brushed case,
yeah.
right? Like there's nothing. I mean, look, I haven't seen it in person. Maybe it's like an absolute center, but there's nothing. It
Yeah,
doesn't look anything special to me
I
here.
think it would be cooler to go back and collect a vintage one,
Right,
even though it would be smaller.
right.
And there are a lot of I mean, a lot of different watch companies made these kinds of designs back then in the 60s and 70s. So I think it would be cooler to find some cool ones from back then.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a mole's, a mole owl's. Yep,
$40,000. I mean,
I know.
come on.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Yeah, I think we're on the same page with
It's
that
like
one.
it's a gimmick. They made 250.
Mhm.
You're right. They'll find 250 people. But
They
if they
will.
really, if people are really like climbing over each other to get this, then that's just there's something very wrong with that.
Um, a little new entry level model for the Holdrenrix. Um, kind of, kind of like it. I
Hmm. Isn't
interesting
3D
case.
printed anymore? What
That's not. That looks like
which was sort of their thing, right?
yeah. That
Not
must be an enamel
entirely.
tile.
Okay. Is it
That must
enamel?
be enamel. It must be. It looks like an enamel. Let's see here. Let's just go down to the
Okay, so these are CNC machined.
base thickness crystal lug to lug sapphire crystal sapphire ornamented CNC machine. There you go. Great. Okay. Okay. So it's two titanium case brushed with raw finish. So
I like some of these.
yeah.
The very first one in the top, I'm not I don't absolutely love, but as
Hmm.
we go down, some of these other ones, like like
I
those
got this.
ones, I think are pretty
Yeah.
cool. Those ones, like that.
This one right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I like them. Look, I mean, 3,700. Um, I like
Yeah.
the enamel one a lot. Yeah, I mean, not bad. I mean, okay, so it's got a Salida, right? I mean, but at that price point,
Mm.
you see Salitas sometimes. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Um, like at this price point for like a Zin U50, it might be slightly cheaper than this price. You're getting a Salida 300, right? And
Yep.
there's nothing. I mean, there's their tech and whatnot, but this is kind of like a different looking piece.
Yeah.
Um, I don't I think I like everything about this. I think
Y
especially this enamel tile.
It
I
looks like
like the way
ceramic tile.
oh, they're saying ceramic. Okay, okay,
Ceramic,
ceramic.
yeah.
But hey, I mean, it looks great. It looks like a enamel to me,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Um, I like it.
Yeah.
I really like this a lot. I like it more than I
Configure
thought I would.
your Oh, so it's like configure your watch. So you go to the
Mhm.
page and then you can choose a dial color. Um, I like this. Yeah. Let's see.
Uh, those lugs are awesome. I'd go with first Omega in space. After owning a few speedies. Where is Hobby Bobby when you need him? Yeah, this would be up his alley to comment on for sure.
That's true.
Um, you can always get a bog standard speedy. Maybe Div is having a separate conversation here. Porcelain dial. So yeah, I mean, it looks like it's ceramic, but it feels porcelain, right? Um, I just want to make
I think
sure.
ceramic, porcelain, and enamel all look very similar.
Yeah, I know. I keep jumping back and forth from enamel and porcelain. I'm meaning enamel when I say it looks
Look
like
at
an enamel.
Chaz. I like this watch the way Dib likes Baltic. That's like so confusing.
Oh,
It's like
oh.
this it there's so many flips in that sentence, right? Like
Yeah, yeah. So so Dib proclaims to be a fan of Baltic, but we don't even know if he really means
we're
that or not.
pretty sure it's a lie,
We're
right?
pretty sure it's a lie.
Yeah.
Now you have Chaz jumping in
Yep.
saying, "I like it the way Dib does Chad does Chaz believe that Dib likes Baltic
I think
or
he's
he
pretty
doesn't?"
sure it's a lie, right? So this is his way of
Okay.
dissing
So
the
he does.
watch.
So he's saying that he doesn't like it.
He
I think
doesn't.
Chaz is saying
I
he doesn't like
believe
it.
he's saying he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
And then
I
Dib
am.
is adding insult to injury by saying he likes it.
Yeah. Baltic watches offer. Uh, for the hoi polloi. I didn't think if you asked me to guess like 1,000 guesses on hoi polloi, if that was going to be said today when I woke up, I would have never gotten that. I would have never gotten hoi polloi.
What do you think of this? Dude, I'm not going to pronounce it because I'll butcher it. But there's this. Let me go back to monochrome.
Yep.
Go down one, or go to more.
News. Yeah.
Um, Not that. Keep going down. Left side next to Parmigiani. What do you think of these?
The
Oh,
the the Richkey?
I don't know. I'm not even gonna try.
The Rich
And then did you already do the Crador Genta designed Crador? That's another one we should look at.
No, but we could definitely talk about the Richkey and Co.
I'm
What?
pretty
No,
sure it's not
Derichki.
Derishki. Is it?
It's sure it is. It's the
Deroik, maybe? I don't know.
how'd you get the
I,
Roik out of that?
I don't know. It's something. I think it's not Derishki, but I don't know what it is. Derike? I don't know.
Not feeling the Rikers watch.
So is this cloisonne, or how are they making this with enamel? Let's see. 25
Okay.
pieces per watch. Dial Champlev. So that is something else. What is that? Champlev. I can't remember.
Champlev enamel. And do they see here?
So they etch the dial and then they fill it in with enamel. So they're
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
They're pretty cool. I'm not sure I like the whole boat car plane
Yeah.
thing. They're
Yeah, if
pretty
they did like a little mosaic-y thing, that'd
yeah.
probably be more
Or a
interesting.
bird.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Bird or a tiger, you know?
Like some sort of Danish bird
Yep, yep.
and
Danish bird.
some sort of Danish tiger. Um,
And then how about the crater? Are
oh
you
yeah,
feeling
yeah.
the crater?
Let's. I'm not feeling it.
Okay.
Um, I it's. I think whatever design this was when
Yeah.
it was originally done, probably is very works for that period of time. And like the AP reinterpretation or reissue, really, we didn't need this. Yeah, we didn't really need this. I don't think. I mean, what do you think? I mean, like, t-
I do not like it.
yeah,
But I get what you're saying. And I think it's could be that for that time, the original one, there could have been something to it.
right.
Um, in fact, they have a sketch of it, right? Nearby.
Let me
If you
see if
go
I can. Let me go back. Right
right
here.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I think maybe in the 70s that could have been something kind of cool. But
But
this is not cool.
it looks better here. I mean,
It does. It actually you mean the old one, right?
yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
bracelet looks cooler. Somehow it looks cooler, the old one.
It feels so to me here, and granted, this is a render, or this is, I mean, this is drawing,
It's like a
and
sketch, yeah.
this is not like the bracelet is not, you know, like, it's not it's not unclasped or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Um, it feels like the drape, the taper
Yeah.
works very, very well, and it just doesn't feel like I'm getting that here, but I can't tell. I
Yeah,
can't tell if I'm like a
the bracelet on the original one looks more unique, more distinctive. It tapers
mhm,
more. Somehow the connections, the way the way that the bracelets held together, it just looks nicer,
yeah, yeah.
less generic.
Is there I wish they had a a better shot of that, like a comparison.
Yeah.
It's just too many different shapes going on here
Yeah.
that I think it's overload. I think you have like the hexagonic screws, hexagon or whatever it is, screws here. Um,
It
um,
also looks more rounded. Somehow the original one looks more angular. Um,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just it's just not it's not working for me. The new
yeah.
one.
And does it look like there's more like here the bezel, quote unquote bezel meets the case more here than it does here? Like the case jets out underneath it. To is that am I seeing that correctly? No, no, no. Okay, it's just an illusion. Okay. Oh, I see where I'm getting confused. Okay, okay. Scratch that.
Yeah.
Um anyway, not a big fan. And they're hella expensive, right?
Yeah, they're like 13, 14,000, something like that.
Yeah, 12 grand. I mean, I know people go nutty for Creedor, right? They just like
Yeah.
they love Creedor.
Yeah.
Yeah, ugly bracelet integration.
I
I would
actually don't like any Creedor.
no.
I mean, the Aichi ones that are super expensive, like they're nice, but I'm not crazy about them. They're very plain looking.
Yeah, did we do need real life videos of it for sure. Like an AP, but without the good looks.
Yeah. Well said.
Wilson, with his, little street talk there. It was ass then, and it's all types of ass now.
Yeah, I think Mr. Genta, he had some good ones, but he threw in some
Mhm.
stinkers.
Pretty much all Creedor leaves me cold. Weben says that you're a man of it after his own heart. Um, and Wilson is loving Amin's hair tonight. Yeah, it's very casual. You got a casual, like a very, you know, careless, but wispy, you know. Yeah, looks good. I like it. Looks good.
Thanks.
Um, okay. Let's see. Anything else you want to talk about?
Are you
Mm,
you want to talk about so you talked about the GP.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. You had 3 offers at the same time on 3 different watches. That's interesting. You
yeah, yeah. I
if imagine if they all had hit.
yeah, I'd be in trouble. I had an attempt on a chicken watch, and I lost that one. See, when I was talking earlier about GPs and collecting GPs, like this is, I mean, I love the Laureata, I love the Blue Dot Laureata, as I mentioned, but this is like something up my alley when it comes to the Laureata, like something
That's a cool
like
watch.
this. Although I'm not
And
too crazy about the red date,
yeah.
especially with the 9, seems like it's like a much darker
Oh
than
yeah.
the 0.
Are all the
Uh,
dates red or just the certain ones?
I just well, I've seen this model before.
Mm.
I believe in a different dot color, and it's not like this, I believe.
Mm.
It's been a while because these watches don't come up that often.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm talking about. This is like something that I would love to add
That's a cool watch. Yeah.
eventually to a GP collection. And of course, I have some other GPs here. Um, Frank Muller. Man, I just can't shake the GP into Frank Muller. I just love those watches, those brands.
Yeah. It's gonna
This is a
happen.
guy,
It's just a matter of
yeah,
time.
yeah, just a matter of time. This is the watch. This person relisted it.
Oh, okay.
And
That's the
so
one. Yep.
this is the one, and this is the one, and then I'll go into the description. Um, another thing that actually kind of concerns me is um, this is like the third or fourth time he's listed the watch that I know of.
Yeah.
And this is the second username that he's used.
Oh, that's a little troubling.
Yeah, it is. He's out of California. Um, no, I mean, it still goes through authentication
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
Um, but here's where the customized watch has a model name. So I don't know, and I probably should reach out to this person. Is it, what do you mean customize?
Yes.
Because I think what looks different to me, and it could be from the pictures, because they're not the greatest pictures
Yeah.
here. I'm wondering if it's the hands, because these hour and minute hands, although the shape is typical,
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a blue.
Yep.
It's very, very blue. So I don't know if those are different hands that were put on.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This, although the picture's blurry, this looks legit to me,
Yeah.
but
But it is blurry.
it is blurry.
Yep.
He does have, this is complete. I mean, this is exactly what I have for my Seahawk.
Okay.
Like this exact
Yep.
card looks the same. You know, the
Yep.
box looks the same. Everything looks the same here. So that gave me a little confidence. It was gonna give me some confidence that it's a
Yeah.
legit piece.
Yep.
Um, but anyway, um, we've been not liking that Laureato. That's okay. That's okay, We've.
I like that Laureata.
Thanks, buddy. And so yeah, I got this class suit. I mean, this it's just interesting at the price point. Um, I don't know if I care for it. I think it's just too plain looking, and it's actually kind of small. It's 39.
Yeah.
Um, I like a little bit of a bigger chrono. But look, I mean, for like 37.88, and you could probably make an offer, maybe get them down a little bit. Sarasota Watch Company, legit
Yep. Yep.
seller. That's a heck of a price um, for a GO, any GO.
Yeah.
You know,
Have you bought
dude.
anything from those guys?
No, no, but I mean, I've saved their store.
Yeah.
Um,
But I
by
don't
the way,
think you don't
mhm.
want to go for like a any geo because the deal's good. You know what I
No,
mean?
no,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
course, yeah, yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I just find it interesting. By the way, man, thank you so much. I got this. You've been touting this
Yeah.
site,
Yeah.
and and I think you got your Roboto watch
Yep. Yep.
from here.
Yeah.
But like some of the prices, and I know, and some of the guys here in this chat. I mean, I talked about this the other day, so I'm sorry, guys.
It's fun
But
to
like,
look at, right?
it's fun to look at. But this dude,
I was
this
looking at that watch. That's a extremely cool watch.
extremely cool price and extremely great price. This is like $3,800 or
Yes.
$3,700.
Yeah. The price is fantastic. And they've had that. Did they relist it or is that the same one they've had for a
No,
while?
it says close the sale. So I think they sold it. I think it's sold,
I don't
right?
know. Usually it
Be-
says sold. Maybe they mean it's on closeout.
yeah, but you can't add to cart.
You can't add anything to cart on this site.
Oh no, you can't. You sure? Because like,
Try one.
all right, buy now, right?
Let's do it. Try it.
The store isn't set up to receive orders yet.
See, they don't let you. You have to message them on this app called the Line app. And then it's really
Uh,
painful because their English is poor. And, um, like I was just going through my message with them the other day, the Roboto one. I was
yeah.
like, hey, I'd like to buy the Roboto watch. You're like, great. And I'm like, you take PayPal? They're like, sure, as long as you use friends and family. And then I was like,
Mhm.
but I'll pay the fee. Can I use goods and services? And they're like, oh, sure, just use friends and family. Eventually, they took goods and services once they understood that I was going to pay the fee.
Yeah.
And
So this is how you would do it. You would just
yeah,
go to,
you get that app, and then you DM them on that app, and then you have a conversation with them to say you want to
wow.
buy it. Yeah. And then ultimately you send them the money. And then they sent me the watch, but they didn't fill out a watch worksheet. Like they just probably have no experience sending to the US, you know?
Uh-huh.
So they didn't fill out a watch worksheet. So when it was stuck in customs, they were like, you know. So ultimately I filled out a watch worksheet and sent it
Uh-huh.
to DHL, like for them, You know?
Right, right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wonder if they've gotten better at that now at this point.
I doubt it because they've been around for a long time, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just think they just don't they're just not used to selling to the US.
Hmm.
So, like, I wouldn't buy anything, for example, with an alligator strap because they wouldn't know how to deal with that.
Right.
They wouldn't fill out a CITES form, they wouldn't know to ship it separately, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
If you ask them to ship it separately because they don't speak English, they'd probably misunderstand you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not ideal, but their prices are really good, and
I
I
know. It's
got the
almost
watch, and
yeah.
it was in great shape, it was better than described, you know?
It's like worth the effort, right? It seems like, right?
Yeah, like, I
Um,
wouldn't buy anything over, maybe 5,000 from them,
mhm.
and I wouldn't buy anything with an exotic strap, but otherwise, it's worth the effort. I think is that GP, is it on Alligator?
It's probably alligator,
Yeah,
yeah.
so you'd probably wanna tell them to, like, don't send the strap, you know,
Then the clasp
and the watch,
and
and
the watch.
everything except the strap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ship the strap separately and try to make them understand that, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's interesting. Well, that's good information
And
because,
you'd
like,
have to tell them to do the watch worksheet, you know?
yeah. No, this is good information because, like, I feel like there's gonna be in the very near future, like, I'm probably gonna buy some. I mean, like, because like, if they keep on adding like Frank Muller or GP at those prices,
They have
like, it's just
screaming deals, like,
yeah,
anybody in the chat, you should look at them sometimes because they
yeah,
have unbelievable deals.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bud. It's ten
Yeah.
o'clock. I gotta. It's last week of school, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be interesting, and then we're off.
Yep, yep.
On our vacation. So, um,
Nice.
gotta yeah, it's gonna be a crazy summer. Anyway, I'm
Yeah.
so glad you jumped
Good
in.
to see you, Rob. Good
Really
to see
appreciate
everybody in the
you too.
chat. Yeah.
Yeah, and guys, probably see you on. I'll probably see you on Tuesday. Anyway, have a good night. Have a great
See you
start of your
guys.
week. Talk to you soon. See you guys.